what is the risk of me sounding like an idiot if I'm biased towards Fnatic?
Well, we don't have to. That's already happened.
Let's not get bogged down with schedule. Let's listen to this song. You ready? F is for friends who do stuff together. N is for anyone.
That's not
C
how you
is for
spell
championships,
anyone.
and we're gonna get done because we are the only one. F and C.
Okay, I think there's an issue here we need to confer because we're already a little bit Fnatic biased.
I think so.
Well, no, we're not. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's not an issue.
That's not an issue.
It's not an
If
issue.
I could just confer with my colleague for 1 moment.
All right.
Can you stop singing the song? I'm sorry. Stop talking about.
I think they like this song.
They maybe did. They like. Stop telling them that they need a UK player.
Why not?
BDS rolling into the studio. Tandem bikes are difficult. How did the 5th member of the team
That's
get
a good
here?
question. I think we're about to find out because everyone's wondering where they are. They don't seem to care. No jungler. They're going 4v5 today.
4v5, which might aid Finn's bid for a little bit of a monologue.
Oh, there wasn't
curse.
even like an ending as to where their jungler was. They just lost it.
I see him now. Why he wasn't on the bike, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll find out.
He's looking at us now, back to us, kind of like wondering what the hell we're talking about.
Hope you all enjoyed your brief reality TV break.
Yeah. We're extending our skill sets to...
and you might not see a UK player on stage in this league ever again, but you do see a UK caster, so that's something.
Couple UK casters.
Couple UK casters. One spin coming in for the Wukong. Good damage. Second spin now going to come out. Dayor not able to finish the job. Shio healing up, and BDS 4-1 now in the kill score.
That was insane by Nuke. Ganks bot, takes the Ash Arrow, kills Yongun, and then fires in mid, so Shio can gank mid while he's not there. A lot of impact from the Sylas already. Roaming around the map, Dayor's not really been able to find any roams of his own other than moving towards that Herald, which they just lost. Isolation, top lane's going in their favor too. It's only bot, like you said. Here, Labrov flash stunning because Kobe has no sums, Kobe has no damage left, so he just tries to ult before he dies, but the fourth shot comes out. Yongun picks up the kill to make it a 1-for-1, but no mid push to the side of Astralis means that no one's coming to help. Nuke gets the kill, and I'm sure we'll see this beautiful arrow here in just a second. As the wall here, this really is the 300, this is their last stand.
Here we go. Protect the president! Oh, they are not protecting the president! The president is in the back line, he's just getting one shot! No! Astralis! That was their hope. Dayor, can he be the difference maker? 113 still standing, but no. That is it. When Copy dies, Astralis dies with him. BDS might take another 30 seconds, but this is their game. It has been domination from start to finish. A creative level 1 from Shio, and every single lane but bot winning out for Crownie. Using that utility helped bring the game home.
Here comes a TP from Nuke. He's just going to base TP into the base of Astralis, and then this one here. Finn will fall. Flashes away, but I think there's...
Oh, little dashy.
Okay. This is one of those situations where you're screaming at your team not to end the game so you can get the kill first. Will they get the kill before they end the game?
No, they're
Are they going to wait?
Are they going to wait?
They are waiting.
They are waiting.
No, okay, this is just brutal, isn't it? Okay, well, you've got about 5 seconds
to
to get Finn.
Applause for Finn's KDA. Finn's KDA taking one for the team here.
Is he dead?
There it is.
And now they'll end the game.
BDS, big win. Astralis, heartbreaker to go down to 0-5, but BDS clearly deserving the win from start to finish. 3-2 now their scoreline.
Simple and easy. Just went through top side. Bot lane was struggling in the 2v2. A lot of vision placed down there from BDS. 113 was matching a lot of it as well, trying to get some pressure down there. But yeah, just straight through top. Adam had a fantastic game. Yeah, I think Nuke was roaming around the map, and once he got 2 or 3 kills rolling, he was unstoppable. And Shio just outsmiting, outclassing the side of 113.
He got challenger at 14 as well, and he was very good, and he was French and Draven main, etc. So yeah, I just want to play against G2 and Hans. I have interest outside of League. I would say it's like watching anime, reading mangas, sometimes drawing, but it's very rare, and gymming.
Queda fuera, el camino que nos queda es tu inicio, tu carrera. Sube el nivel de lo que llega, porque cada día un progreso nos espera. Level up your dreams.
down towards the bot lane, again, to kind of fake the enemy in terms of where he's coming in from. In the end, I do believe they will spot him before coming in on a ward that will be placed down in River, as you can see in a second there. But at this point, it's already too late. Jankers, if we take a look at the minimap, you can see he's actually on the opposite side of the map. And this means that SK just gets full leeway to play around the bot side once again. Now, Elise, remember, super strong power pick. What's this right here? You're in towards the enemy turret. You have a stack wave coming in. You have the Elise. You have an isolated bot lane. What's going to happen? Once again, we don't care. We know exactly what happens with the Elise. They're going to get the 2 kills instead with Mickey still stuck under the turret. And once again, T1, they had a member die. SK didn't lose a single member. So I'm just saying, looking pretty good.
I love that.
The better team, in my
Literally the
opinion.
better team indeed. Thank you so much for that, GB. At least it's a pick that we used to see all.
Level 3 Maokai, level up here for the Renekton. I think Bo is unsure.
I mean, Photon's low on mana. They don't have an Ignite to stop the healing.
Don't know if
He's
they have
level
the
5,
damage.
3 points in Q. This really shouldn't be possible. Can just dash through Bo here. Good Q though from Bo. That's going to be big. Maybe they can turn this one back. Flash out 6 from Relevant. It looks like they will have the damage in the end. Well played by Bo. Beautiful arcane smash.
Yeah, really, really good. Stops the Renekton from getting the E through him and then looking to be able to flash E out. So they did have the damage. Early kill over to Bo, but again, it's not really about the Maokai, the Renekton, the Ornn. It's about getting bot lane ahead, I think, or getting carries ahead. No
Perks.
flash on Perks. Certus, does he have the cooldown on his QE?
Out this Herald.
Lane
Meanwhile,
top, Perks is
Tide,
dead.
Perks just going to get isolated and taken down by Irrelevant. That's just a straight up solo kill. Marcoon comes, but he's not even on the assist board.
What happened in top? I mean, Perks doesn't have any real armor to fight against the Renekton, but he's used his flash. Irrelevant has as well. Maybe he was greeting for the tower or something along those lines, and then
Yeah, does get the tower.
Irrelevant got the gap closed. Gale Force picked up for Perks, bit of a mobility. Doesn't really, I guess he doesn't really need Kraken perhaps against SK. Doesn't really have any front line, but does more damage overall. Herald over to SK. They can use that mid to crack open the tower, give them access to the next dragon. Looking forward to seeing that replay as to what actually happened to Perks there, because obviously when he falls, the whole Herald play just falls apart as well.
Yeah.
Mid and bot looks like their focus.
Yeah, Perks has to be careful here. Obviously, you can buffer just about anything with that rocket jump, but if you miss it or multiple pieces of CC come
comes
through,
a fight.
it can be difficult. Both these tank ultimates coming out. Now, instead of going for the members in the pinch, he's going for Circus on the backside. That's going to be Bo now taking down X-Kick, looking to pop off here. Yumiel, just as a tool to disengage.
Wow. So maybe Bo was expecting the Ornal to land on the 2 that were rooted, but instead it went through mid, and then Bo went in and died. Nice cocoon to land on from Marcoon onto Bo. Now they'll get bot tier 2. I don't think they can push for tier 3. We'll have to see. They have a small wave. Dragon's up. That could be the easy exit objective. There's no point of going to it straight away when you have Baron. You want to use that as an exit objective. So they are going to go for this tower. See if they can wave here. They have Sivir Tristana, but how can they step up? Looks like they'll get the majority of the wave, and then SK will say, okay, well, we tried. There was no harm in trying, and now we'll go towards this dragon.
Happy to grab the Drake. Have to be careful, though. On the side of Vitality, Irrelevant is a very, very scary champion at this point in the game.
So, BDS sitting at 3 wins right now near the top of the table. SK, if they win this game, will sit at 3 wins as well. We're looking at it.
You know what I'm seeing right now?
XL and
I'm seeing
Fnatic
all
at
of
the
our
bottom.
early season predictions, or 90% of them, were just completely wrong.
Let's look at his Ornals here. If it could land on the Elise and the Zeri, maybe that's where Bo thought the turn would be. But instead it went towards Certus. So, a bit of misalignment there. They get the tower, then they go towards bot. Irrelevant already has a wave, and then they get 3 objectives. 2 towers. Oh, hang on a second, Perks.
Just going to do so much damage, and there's really just nowhere for Perks to go. Flash out to safety. Irrelevant backing away, holding on to his flash. I think just happy to be up the flash for the coming fight, which does make sense.
Holds the flash, you're completely right. Could have got that kill quite easily. Flash also, he was
Carry's still standing. They still have that beefy front line waiting in front of them. SK, how aggressive are they feeling? Do they really think they can start this Baron?
They need to lifesteal, reset, buy time. Dost needs to go back to base, get more wards, get his health bar back up. Certus finds Photon.
Excellent, excellent ulti.
And that's the time window they need. Now they can reset. They have enough time to work with. X-Kick lives through Perks' burst, and now they can start up the Baron. The red buff on the Zeri will heal her up. And this mid push from Vitality, it looked good initially, but Bo falls. Irrelevant just instantly one-shot straight through that Maokai. And it's the Guardian Angel that makes it so SK can win that fight and afford to go for that aggressive play. They will respond with a Dragon here, but we can see the damage Neon can do. Irrelevant steps up too far forward. That Sivir just...
This could be big. Certus waiting off to the side. It's a big stun. Is it enough to keep the fight going? Irrelevant still has flash. Irrelevant. Maybe he can leap his way to the backline. X-Kick untouched. It's huge. find perks when it counts. An exit kick now on cleanup duty as Photon has to run for the hills. SK, they took down G2 yesterday, and they're on the path to take down Vitality right here.
That is game over in the river there. SK collapse instantly on Vitality's play. They could have just sat in base and tried to hold the line and scale up a little bit more, but they looked for the pick. Marcoon buys enough time. The collapse comes through, and that's SK 2-0 so far this weekend. G2 and Vitality undefeated coming in. SK handing them their first loss.
SK knocking down G2, knocking down Vitality. And that man on your screen right now, Irrelevant, deserves so much love. A beautiful Renekton performance. And I thought he didn't even use the flash. He was just holding it. He's like double lift saving it for next game, but he actually wins things, Mark. It's incredible.
It is, and our league is also incredible. What's going on? SK just taking down the top teams, BDS finding upsets too. The standings are all shaken up.
And credit to SK.
Yeah.
I felt like based on what we saw yesterday that every single team that was going to win today would kind of just outscale or stomp in the early game. And SK refused to be outscaled. They outplayed across so many different moments in the game. Marcoon again, don't think he's getting Elise again, believe it or not, based on the last two performances. And really just a team-wide effort. Yesterday, it really felt like, you know, Certus was the one who stepped up alongside Marcoon. Today, Irrelevant executed.
Of course, talking about that top lane, Leap comes out from Broken Blade, chunking and bullying Abby for now. Both junglers still in this bottom quadrant of the map. That dredge line threaded through the minions. Jack Spectral forced to flash away. First blood secured by Hansama and G2. Now they turn the damage onto Jankos, and Yike is in the wings. If they stick around, do they fancy themselves a dive going forward? Mickey's stepping out and looking for a target, trying to use that turret for body block, but Jankos is down. Yike gets himself one. Turning attention to Mercer and Dagda. I think this is a dead fish. No, backing up because the tower managed to tag onto Yike.
I mean, the sushi is still in trouble. It will fall, it will get rolled, but Mickey will roll over with it as well. Another kill going across. G2 will help out a little, but I mean, this is just awful for Heretics. This is the one lane you didn't want going over towards G2.
And we've seen Hansama get fed early on Draven already this winter. I wonder, I'm trying to understand. It looked to me like Jack Spectre was stepping forward into the wave. Let's take a look at this as Mickey manages to find a fantastic dredge line.
Yeah, I mean, that dredge line was absolutely incredible, and I mean, it sets up perfectly there. I think he thought he was safe, but
the 2-0-2. Make that 3-0-2 in the bottom lane, and here comes Ruby. A new challenger appears. How effective can he be? No flashes available. The dredge line was fantastic. The Chaos Storm ticking away, but then the spinning actions.
It's happening again!
Decimates.
It's happening again! Quick shot! Hansama is massive on this Draven, and G2 are so good at playing around this Draven every time it's been locked in. 4 kills now. The Rod of Ages completed for caps off that reset as well. G2 are firmly in the driving seat.
Oh man, it's all at the tip of the spear with Hansama. Emby's now in trouble. No flash available to him. No ult either. And with 2 members chasing him down,
at playing at the map when they have a lead. So this is where it becomes very terrifying as Broken Blade goes aggressive.
Jankos is here too. Sees Mickey, sees Hansama. Cocoon connects, at least slows down the Draven for now. Venomous bite in and repel up. Ebby's the target of Mickey. Hansama finds himself a kill with the help of Broken Blade. That little root will land once more, leaping forward onto the minions, and yet another kill to G2, as well as the Dragon on the other side of the map.
And this is what I was about to talk about for G2. They're one of the best teams at using those tempo advantages to keep the plays rolling, and it ain't gonna stop as Ruby will feel a little bit of hurt coming through from Yike, but they're able to move around so effectively on the map that now they've already got that top lane turret going for themselves. They're gonna look towards mid lane as well. Like, this is how they keep snowballing their leads with these quick picks and catching people unaware.
Of course, rotating the Fed members.
Look at the amount of point Remora that
there
are
are
here.
So many little manta rays pushing this bottom lane. Another tower has fallen. And I was anticipating G2 maybe slowing down, maybe playing the lanes a little more. They don't need to. They are so far ahead. The Heretics simply cannot stand toe-to-toe. The inhibitor turret is now taken down. The inhibitor will follow
they just
suit.
go to the end?
5 versus 3.
They're just going to the end.
They're going to push for the Nexus turrets. Sub 20 minutes. Stat team, what's the quickest game we've ever had in the LEC? Another kill secured as Jankos is popped for the 6th time. The Nexus turrets are now being focused as well. Will we get a dancing Rift Herald? I think we might. The Nexus is being focused at 18 minutes and 6.
We had a dancing herald in the LEC! What is going on? G2 once more bring out this Draven pick. It looks absolutely incredible. Yike is able to play around that bot side, and I'm speechless. How is it over that quick?
Flawless game from G2. They absolutely accelerated, but I think crucially as well, they moved that advantage around. It felt like perfectly. They got the heralds, they kept applying pressure. Even at 16, 17 minutes, as soon as that wave started to crash top lane, took the tower down and immediately moved bottom lane. I mean, the wave control was just exquisite.
I mean, in my opinion, G2 are the most terrifying team that we have in the LEC with the league, right? They're very good at snap decision making, all turning as one, making sure that they're able to use their tempo advantage, effectively trading the map. So it always feels like even when you think you're trading 1-for-1, they're getting extra across the board. Like, it's so difficult to manage that against G2, and now we're seeing a very similar story here for G2, where coming into this, they've been a little bit upset yesterday against SK. I think they looked very angry coming into today, but we'll have to see now if anyone can try and take them down again.
I can't believe it.
I mean, obviously, Ebi coming across from the LJL. I think Ruby was hyped as well, coming up from the ERLs this time in the LPL, but it just hasn't quite come together for them. And I mean, Jankos tried to bring out this Elise pick, tried to play around the early stages, but it just wasn't enough.
It wasn't. Didn't get a chance to because of that bottom lane impact. So nevertheless, player of the game nominees, head over to Twitter at LEC. It is Yike, Hansama, and Mickey to potentially take that one away. Fantastic game. Very impressive. There's not a lot more to be said for that one. And I do start to think a little bit around, like, what are these priority picks that you cannot allow at all? Hansama's Draven has to be one of them.
But the thing is, there's so many other picks that are there, right? The Draven is one, but you've got like Heimer, Varus, Maokai. There's so much that has to be banned. Caitlyn as well.
But the minion wave is slowly being cleared out. Patrick's going to use that relentless pursuit backwards. The tower is targeting, and Rux will go down. Targamas gets his second kill of the game, and all of a sudden it's XL with the numbers advantage. Targamas escapes, and Vito arrives to join. Humanoid will get taken down. It's another for XL's Fnatic. You've got one back. The fish is down. Fnatic get punished for the dive.
You had one job, Fnatic. It was to not int. You didn't have to win. You just had to not int. And they immediately try and go for this play in the bot side. And it's turned around by Excel. Suddenly that's 4 kills to Excel now. They're getting the gold onto some of these carries that they needed to. Now, Targamas does pick up 2 of the kills in the grand scheme of things, which isn't great, but there was no need to try and go for this play. They see that Video's picking up the wave in mid, but, I mean, Casson has no damage at the moment. Razork's still level 5. And even Reckless here, he's pushed out, and there's the TP coming from top to make it all even as well. This was messy play from Fnatic.
I really like seeing Vito obviously responding. He tried to push top lane.
Is Xerxes still on the Rift Herald though?
Oh, the re-engage, the bubble, throws up Rux, and the culling takes him down. That's Patrick with his second, just catching Fnatic unawares.
And I'm really surprised that we're seeing Fnatic go for these aggressive plays, because Fnatic have actually been really good in their early game. It hasn't been that much of an issue for them, where traditionally, you know, in the first few minutes it's going well, it is going poorly in the first few minutes, but as the game goes on, it starts to get a lot better. So we're still seeing that trend from Fnatic, where their early game hasn't been as strong as it used to be.
No, it hasn't. Take a look at the numbers there, Dag. That's exactly what you were talking about. At 14 minutes across Fnatic's games, excluding the G2 one. I wanted to have a little bit more of the competitive ones. Down on average, 1.7k at 14 and 20 minutes. But
you're not really going to be able to force much more. Xerxes now has the bot lane, though, moving with them, so maybe they're thinking of something, but I mean, Razork is here. Razork has read this really well.
Well, that's a flash forward. The dredge line will be dashed away from. Tidal wave not going to connect, but the chain of corruption does. And all of a sudden, Xerxes is the target taken out by Reckless. Fnatic get their 4th kill of the game. Humanoid is making his way through the jungle. Do they fancy another dive?
I don't know if you want to go for a dive. Patrick and Targamas, well, should back away. Should is a good word, though. As maybe they do just stick around here.
Sticking onto it for now. Razork takes a couple of shots from the tower, and the minion wave was cleared. He escapes with his life. Dredge line used by Rux. Reckless, no mana. Flash and heal. Gonna need both of those in just a moment. Patrick gets caught up by the dredge line. The wall of the whack, and the damage from Razork is too much. Targamas trying to go some portal combat. He's got himself one, but he can't get more. Ends up being a 1-for-1 in the second fight.
Navi's the most fit person on Excel right now. 3 kills over to Targamas off this, and it was a little bit messy, but I think the fact that you don't get those kills onto Patrick is pretty huge for Fnatic. They still get that kill as well, so I mean, this has just been a bit of a I mean, slobber knocker, to be honest.
Can you explain what slobber knocker is?
Yeah, you both just basically throw haymakers back and forth over and over again until one of you falls over. But I'm really not sure who's winning right now.
Well, right now, small advantage to Exile, at least as far as the gold is concerned. But this is now the back half of the fight where Result just takes so much damage from that Fed Nami.
And I think this is a bit of miscommunication from Fnatic. Humanoid had moved back in towards the mid lane, so Fnatic thought they had numbers advantage to go for this dive. But I mean, Reckless, you're on hit bars, have no mana, and I mean, it is a really good turnaround there on towards Patrick, but Targum is just able to finish off Reckless at the back of that.
Managing to at least get that one kill back. And I think once we get back on the Rift, I want to take a look at the standings, because these two teams are in a position that not many people anticipated. Both at 1 and 3 in that dangerous zone where they might not advance to the group stage. If I can get the standings on screen now, production, that would be great. Because I think at this stage, we're halfway through the regular season, and preseason expectations now have to be recalibrated. Have to be single target damage, and CC will be a lot. Humanoid's able to escape for now. Rift walks and flashes to safety. Unfortunately, they only get that one kill. They do defend the tower, and with 35 seconds to Dragon, Fnatic may fancy a shot.
Great flash punch from Xerxes to actually get onto Humanoid there. Now Humanoid has to back away. XL trying to hold on. They will have that TP, as you pointed out. Humanoid.
Look at the movement speed and the combination with Nami. Patrick gets his 5th kill of the game, takes down Humanoid, and now XL will have a numbers advantage for about 40 seconds. TP was used in that previous fight, so they're going to start off Baron. Razork is making his way, he's just crossing the mid lane right now.
Video TP's in towards mid lane. I think you're just going to see Fnatic trade this. They're just going to go straight for the Dragon instead of actually trying to contest for this, but Video and Odo Omni are still there. They still could try and just put some pressure down, but it looks like it's just going to be a trade of objectives at the moment.
Bigger advantage, obviously, to XL, who have been able to control the waves and been able to push Fnatic backwards. Dragon will get secured. 3 members of XL stepping forward. Rux is going to use that dredge line to some form of safety and will continue to get bullied and beaten down. Odo gets his 3rd kill of the game. Dragon was secured by Fnatic, but now Baron empowered minions can allow XL to push this even further. I mean, it's just, we looked at the standings a minute or two ago. Both of these teams at 1 and 3. Both of these teams realistically could not advance to the group stage. Right now, Fnatic on the verge of getting taken out by XL. And as soon as the Red Bull Baron power play disappears, I want to take a look at some of the next games, because Fnatic are starting to run out of time.
I mean, especially when, as you say, potentially looking down the barrel of 1 and 4, they still have Heretics, Mad Lions is going to be a big contest for them, and then Astralis SK, so at least they still have some of the teams that are in that bottom of the table with them.
Secured. There's standing gold on the map available to them. That mid turret is still up, so that must be a focus for them.
Yeah, I was worried when I saw the Wunder had gone into mini form here. I was like, how do Fnatic try and get this? But Razork sets up with the smite, Wunder over the wall with the boomerang. And the fact that they managed to steal that away is huge. You can see there, they know how big that one was.
Is it enough to close back now? That gold gap is shrinking, and they are starting to push out these waves. Take a look at the bottom lane. Odo shoving out bottom, or Wonder with teleport is in the top.
And the way Fnatic got their win over Koi was trying to play it through these sides, trying to play the map, trying to make sure that they could find these moments to fight back against Koi. Now they got to do it again against XL.
That's a lot of damage onto Targamas. Humanoid gets chunked as now Targamas steps backwards. Level 18 on that Kassadin. Wonder continues to push the top lane. Engage onto Rux. He isn't going to flash over the wall. Chain of Corruption lands and starts to spread. Rux stays alive for now. BTO's incredibly low. He's about to be taken out. It is! It's Humanoid that finds another kill. All of a sudden, Patrick, Odo, and Targamas need to step back. A double for Humanoid. Wonder is in the fight after the teleport, and there's going to gnaw back Odo. The GA is now propped, and all of a sudden, Patrick is a target. Humanoid gets some damage out with the help of that tower, and Razork finishes it off. 3 kills to Fnatic. 4. They're looking for the ace, Doctor. This is the lead that Fnatic wanted.
Screw the ace. They're looking for the end. Look at mid lane. They're just barreling down. They know that they can do it. Late game Kassadin comes online, and Fnatic come on with them.
What was this game? Fnatic could not find a play that worked for 30 minutes. And in the blink of an eye, they take down XL with 4 members dead. Turn their attention to the turret. There's no one alive to defend. Fnatic will come from behind to take down XL.
It is becoming the story of Fnatic. losing the early stages and then somehow trying to bring it back against Koi. Now again here, they're able to bring this game back, but that was a hard-fought victory for the Fnatic squad.
I think you have to be honest and acknowledge that the way this game played out is a indication of why these teams are at 1-3, now 1-4, 2-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's Fnatic definitely being able to kind of stall out the game, get some of these key objectives so they can go towards the late game helped out massively. But I think as well, just being able to exploit these little mistakes coming through, you know, overextension in the bot lane, Razor coming in over the wall with Humanoid.
Yeah, definitely the case. Both teams, though, have a few more games to play before the regular season is over. Right now, we're going to head over to Law with Razork.
Thank you, guys. Lots to say about this game. First, congratulations, Razork, on taking down Excel here. First impressions after this game. Tell me, how do you feel right now?
We are so bad. I mean, these are the first impressions. I think we're struggling a little bit right now with the meta and stuff, but I'm a bit relieved that we actually got a win because this is like really important to give us more time to improve at the things that we actually are really bad right now.
Yeah, you mentioned the meta. Is there anything else that doesn't work, you would say? Because again, you brought new team members compared to Fnatic last year. Is this a synergy issue, communication issue? We talked about this last week, but I just want to know how things are progressing right now for you guys.
Even the biggest champ needs a break.
I won! I did it! I won the LEC! Finally, after all of these years! If it wasn't for my Malzahar in Game 5, I wouldn't be here! But I am! And I won! So screw you to all the haters!
Red Bull gives you wings.
Well, it is the LG Ultra Gear match of the week. Mad versus Koi. There's a lion.
He's killing the fish.
The clownfish has no chance. They can find a Koi shirt, I
Director's
think.
cut.
Nemo.
I know we saw this already, but I wanted to show it again because my producer Evan told me that Hillesang is actually in his free time. He likes to go fishing. So that's probably where that idea came from. But it is our LG Ultra Gear match of the week. The best rivalry in the LEC currently. Mad winning the LEC back-to-back in 2021. Koi, formerly known as Rogue, are reigning champions. A series that has always delivered in the past. And hopefully this best of one will do the same.
Very, very close. Alyoya is still sitting, waiting for one of those movement abilities to be used. That's Niski dashing over the minions. Will not find the chains. Larson flashes over the wall. As Malrang shows up on the ward, no further follow. So Summoner Spell blown, that is still a win for Mad Lions.
Yeah, nice attempt from Niski. I think he was trying to predict where that movement from Larson was going to be, either with the shuffle or with the flash, but doesn't quite get it. Still, flash blown in the mid lane leaves Larson significantly more vulnerable, especially if Alyoya goes for that flash Q into mid. Easy setup for Niski with his own flash as well.
Yeah, once he gets to level 6, got the ability to reposition Larson with an Emperor's Divide as well. And for the time being, Malrang and Alyoya looking for opportunities. They're both side. Dashes over the wall. And with so many super minions and the Baron and the Soul, Mad Lions can look to do this stylishly. Hijacking the tidal wave. Trimby's the first target. Alyoya goes in, throws out the prison. Chasey and Niski hammering on the Nexus. And no kills will be secured as Mad Lions take down Rogue.
I mean, who needs kills when you can just go for the Nexus instead? I mean, Mad Lions, that was beautiful. really, really well played. Controlled from start to finish, not giving up any inches to let Koi get back into the game. Like, this is what you want from some of the top teams in this region.
It is one of these things that once a team starts to move around the map and they accelerate the pace of the game, it becomes so untenable for the opposition to come back in. They get suffocated out of the map.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you look at the...
His bot lane was very specific, very particular. Elioya is waiting on the other side of the studio for PGL right now. Is there anything you would like to say to your jungler?
Wait, he was calling monkeys us or the other teams?
His teammates.
Ah. Well, I think he's right, so it's fine.
All right, he knows you guys really well. Cardi, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Good luck on the last game of the weekend. That's all for us on this side of the studio, and we will see Elioya in post-game lobby in just a minute. Stay tuned.